Welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches. Now, time management is such an important part of the PRS or NRL22 game, knowing how much time you have left on the clock and being able to make impacts within that time period. Now, let me know down in the comments if this has happened to you. You're on a stage, 7 shots in, you've hit all 7, you got 3 more to go in a 10-round stage, and all of a sudden, the timer calls time. That's it. No more time left on the clock. Or you're going through a stage and you're missing a lot, but you know you don't have a lot of time left, and you only get, 7 or 8 shots, impacts out of 10 or 12 on the stage, and then you look back at the timer and the guy says, man, you had 45 seconds left on the clock. I know I've been there, but once I started using this device, all of those time troubles have gone away, and I know exactly where I stand during a stage. And it's not even that expensive. I mean, we spend hundreds of dollars on bags, trying to score more points, but this thing for 35 bucks will score you more points. Today I'm going to go over why I use this talking timer to score more points at my matches. So what I have here is the Spur Scientific talking timer. As you can see, I have it set to about 1 minute and 58 seconds. That's because we have 2-minute par times, and I give myself just a couple of seconds at the beginning of the stage to hit the timer. When I start the stage, this is on my rifle, I just hit start stop. It starts counting down. And what it does is it talks to you. So I have this on my rifle, I simply attach it with Velcro. Now, it came with this little clip mount that goes on here. I basically just cut that off, cut off the spring, all that kind of stuff, so I could put Velcro on the back. But what's nice about this is it will actually vocalize how much time you have left. So you can use this timer for a lot of things, but what it does is it basically counts off every hour. And then once you get underneath an hour, it will count off every 10 minutes. And then once you get down past 10 minutes, which is, our stages are about 2 minutes, it will count down every minute. So if I'm here at 1 minute and 3 seconds,
1 minute left.
So it's going to say 1 minute left. So that's halfway through the stage. So if it's a 10-round stage, it will tell me, hey, you should have gotten 5 shots off. Or if it's a 12-round stage, maybe you should be on your 6th shot. And basically I know exactly what pace I'm going, whether I need to speed up in the last minute or if I can take more time in the last minute. And once it gets, then after it gets down to the next 10 seconds,
50 seconds left.
it will count off every 10 seconds. So in a 12-round stage, you have 120 seconds. It should be every 10 seconds. You're basically breaking a shot.
40 seconds
There it
left.
tells me I have 40 seconds left. And then when we get down to 10 seconds, it's actually going to count off.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So basically it counts off the last 10 seconds. So I just put my memory in there at 158, and I start this at every stage, and I know exactly, counts off exactly how much time I have left. Now I know there are some other apps for like an Apple Watch or something like that that you can use, but I don't use Apple products, and there's no app available for Android that I know of that works with a watch. And even the watch, you kind of have to jiggle it to make it start. This has tactile buttons. I just simply start it at the beginning of the stage. It counts down. It will tell me at the 1 minute mark, so I should be about halfway through a 2-minute stage at that point, and it will count down every 10 seconds. So what it really helps with is, one, trying to get a cadence for your shots. And it's not a substitute for really practicing and getting your rhythm down, but it's a great training aid. And it doesn't, once you remove all that stress from the stage of worrying about how much time you have left, then a lot of other things fall into place. And I used this to win the May Course of Fire, and it really helped because I wasn't thinking about anything about the time because it was being dictated by the speaking timer. So I could really focus on, am I using the right holdovers? Am I making the right wind call? I could use all my mental energy on actually making and breaking good shots downrange without having to worry about how much time I had left on the clock. And it's a great training tool because what you can do is, maybe you're not the fastest shooter and you frequently time out on stages. My advice to all shooters is worry about making good hits first. The speed will come with time. And the reason for that is, you're going to practice the fundamentals. You're going to be able to build positions more quickly. You're going to be able to find targets more quickly, faster target acquisition. Just worry about making good hits using the fundamentals of marksmanship, and the speed will come. But what this helps out with is, let's say, you're 8 shots in and you have 2 shots left. Well, if this thing says you're in the last 10 seconds, instead of trying to rush off 2 shots and probably missing both of them, you can really focus and probably make one really good shot in that last 10 seconds and you'd get an extra point, whereas if you rush 2 shots, you might miss 2 shots. So you can really use Velcro to put this anywhere on your rifle. I happen to put it on the top of my scope here, just like that. And the reason for that is usually when I'm starting a stage, I have my rifle kind of perched up here against my leg, and I'm usually holding the rifle kind of by the scope like this, and I have nice easy access just to hit the start stop button. I've seen people attach it to like the side of their rifle like this, and they've got their bag in their hand like this at the start of the stage, and it's somewhere over here, and then they just hit start and go. For me, it works best right up here. My other hand is free to hold all my gear. And like I said, I'm usually holding on to my rifle like this at the beginning of the stage. I just hit start stop and it just starts counting down. So I don't have to worry about worrying about time on the clock. I'll roll in some match footage here to show basically how I start a stage.
Down here, forward berm, it's usually you half value, but it switches direction. On the other side of the berm, you half 100.
So really, it's helped me a lot. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And until next time, this thing, which there's a link for in the description down below, will help you score more points.